Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the Thursday edition of Today in Sports Betting. We're doing it MLB style. And who better than to help me out with my MLB style than the one, the only Scott Reichel. Scott, welcome to part two, buddy. What's up?
Nothing much. I'm looking forward to covering some more baseball today. I know the Yankees have struggled so far over the past series against Tampa. And remember when Tampa, you had a losing record? I do. Seems like a long time ago, but now they're half a game out of the divisional
Same thing with Houston. Same thing.
lead. Yeah,
Remember when Houston was playing terrible baseball? Yeah, good times there.
good times.
Righty then. Let's talk about couple of early games, Scott. Your Rays and Yankees.
I didn't even realize Houston had 20 hits yesterday. Oh God,
Oh, it never stopped. I kept because I've got
20 hits.
got the
Okay.
Rockies. I got the Rockies, one of my favorite teams. So I get updates on every score in a Rockies game.
I know that they had 13 runs. I didn't realize they had 20 hits.
Never stopped, and it was a lot of nickel and dime stuff. It wasn't a lot of long ball. It was a lot of keep the line moving sort of thing. So
Mhm.
you got your Yankees going. One of your personal favorites, James Paxton.
He's looked better. He couldn't have looked worse. I'll tell you that much after his first couple starts.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a bullpen game for the Mariners. They start John Curtis.
I mean for the Rays, but yes.
For what did I say?
You said the Mariners.
Yeah, for the Rays. Sorry. John Curtis gets the opening nod here. Paxton, Scott, I know you're not a Paxton fan because
He's been good lately, and he's got good numbers against Tampa in his career. So it's not a bad spot for him.
Well, I mean, I guess if there is a good spot for Paxton, it would be this one. He has righted the ship there a little bit. He has
Yeah,
pitched
I acknowledge that.
better in his last couple outings. Of course,
He still gives up too many home runs, but he's gotten better.
well, and better is a relative term.
He's been good. He's gone like 6 innings, 3 runs.
He has one quality start of the season. He's going six
Yeah.
innings, give up 3 runs one time. He still has an ERA north of 7.
Yep, not good.
So yeah. What do you? And I know we're not going to have this one outside, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. You got a hunch here. You think the Yankees regroup?
If I really had to lean anywhere, I'd lean to Tampa. I'm not a fan of the Yankees have been playing.
Catching plus money at plus 128. I think that's a decent play.
I hope I'm wrong, but in reality, I can't lay 140 with Paxton.
No, that's not a good way for that's not a good mark for financial success. First game there, Philly, Toronto. You got Howard and Anderson going at each other. Howard's been dreadful.
Toronto in the over.
I guess what you got to play or play Toronto. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's
I'm not a Chase Anderson guy, but 8.5 really with Howard on the mound.
that eight and a half in a 7-inning game.
Yeah.
I can't touch that.
I'd have to lean Toronto in the over, but if I had to lean in one direction, I'd lean to Toronto roughly minus 110.
Would you play Toronto over 10 and a half or 11 in a 9-inning game here?
10.5, I would.
Okay. Yeah, I want no involvement with this game whatsoever.
I just think Howard is so bad and the Phillies bullpen is so terrible. I think Toronto should have a good game offensively.
Yeah, I'd lay the short price with Toronto if I had to play this one.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we're getting into games that are going to be close. Detroit and Chicago get together there in a afternoon affair. Spencer Turnbull goes against Lucas Giolito.
First five under, maybe.
Yeah, Turnbull has actually been good.
Good.
Let me ask you a question. You got the trade deadline coming up, and everybody's been talking about Matt Boyd.
When is the trade deadline anyway?
The 31st.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 31st of August. I actually looked it up yesterday.
Okay.
You think Turnbull's on the block as well? Because they talk about Matt Boyd all the time. Do you think Turnbull have any takers?
I think Turnbull would have takers, but the only question you have to ask yourself is, do you think that he could be solid for the future of this team? And Turnbull's 27, still pretty young. He's turned into a pretty solid starting pitcher. If you want to fully break down in comparison, Matthew Boyd is 29, so I think you're more likely to trade Boyd than Turnbull. But, I think they might get a taker or two. I think they're going to try to get rid of Boyd as quickly as possible because he's just been so bad this season.
Yeah, he's been awful. Of course, Detroit is not known for developing pitchers. They
No.
they don't do a good job with
But
pitchers.
Turnbull at 27 though could give you a couple more years before you have to ship him.
Yeah, I agree. Giolito has been yeah, that pretty well sums it up. Not a
Detroit's
not
been terrible though. They can't hit the ball anymore.
no. That's the problem. Giolito a 4.88 ERA, 1.4 WHIP. He's he's had a couple of decent starts here.
I like the first 5 under here.
You like first 5 under?
Yeah.
I don't know. Giolito got lit up his last time by the Cardinals. Okay.
I just don't like how the Tigers have been playing lately. Their offense is falling apart. Turnbull's a pretty good pitcher. I think this game should be, 3-1 going into the 6th.
Okay. All right. Astros Rockies, another afternoon affair. The Rockies here behind German Marquez got minus 136.
I like Marquez. I have to take Houston. I can't. These teams are just headed in such opposite directions right now. And I don't think Javier's that bad.
No. Javier's has had a fine season. He's been
his first appearance in Coors though, so that's always a dicey one. But let's think about Marquez though. He'll be solid for about 6 innings. Houston's offense has been great lately. Then you have the circus come in with Colorado's bullpen, and I can't lay 130 with that.
No, I'm trying to see. I want to see how often Marquez has gone 6, because Houston there as the
pretty much every start, I believe. He hasn't been as sharp lately, but he's still been very good.
I can't believe you're really getting.
I can't believe Colorado's minus 130 a year.
Yeah, you got the team that's won 7 in a row. The defending American League champions, and you're getting them at plus money. To me, that's hard to pass up.
Yeah, I agree.
It just is. German Marquez, he's gonna pitch you deep. He's gone into the 6th or better in each of his starts. He's pitched, but he's kind of he started off well. He gives up a ton of unearned runs as well. He's given up 4 unearned runs in his last 2 starts. That's a ton, and that tells me that his fielders aren't necessarily helping him out any either. So
especially with Houston in their next man up approach with the move the line idea, I think they're going to work a pitch count for Marquez. I think they'll probably get him out by the 6th.
Yeah, he has been struggling with his pitch count. Pitched 6 innings his last time out, 105 pitches. But that's very inefficient. That's somewhere in the neighborhood of 17 and a half pitches per inning.
That might be one of my favorite plays. That is one of my favorite plays on the board.
That's no good. All right, let's.
That's just a good deal.
Let's moving on here. Game 2 of the Phillies and Toronto. That's going to be.
I'm leaning to the over again at 8.5. It's an insane total. I don't think Thornton's that good, and you know about my thoughts on Velasquez. So
Velasquez has been hot garbage. Thornton's one of those aberrations with a 2.5 WHIP and a 2.25 ERA.
It's almost impossible.
How often do you see the WHIP higher than the ERA, Scott?
It happened with Trevor Cahill. That's all I can remember.
That seems to me like a ticking time bomb. And for all their faults, the Phillies can score runs. They said they're close to the lead. I think going into yesterday, they're actually leading the league in runs.
Both 7-inning games are 8.5 totals, and I like the over in both.
I probably like the over in that game better than I do the first one. I would be tempted by 8.5 there. I really would.
Okay.
All right. Taking a look here. Next on the board is those Mets and Marlins.
You got a little bit of an opener situation going on with the Mets today.
They changed that out, didn't they? Oh, man, that sucks. That had been originally Steven Matz, Scott.
It still might be Matz. They might just be using a bullpen guy as an opener.
Using Seth Lugo as an opener there against Daniel Castano.
It's been done before. You might just say Matz is awful in first innings or something. Let's make it easier. Let him face the middle of the order first.
That seems so silly. I don't know.
It's just an idea. You limit the potential risk of having to face off against the best batters on the other team at least one trip through. So
I understand, but
I still like the Mets. I can't take the Marlins. Mets have been playing well. I said I like the Grom run line yesterday. That won. Mets have been playing well. Miami's falling apart, so I'm still going to lean to the Mets.
hard to take the team that's lost 5 straight. I don't like that number. I think
It's not a good number, but Miami's 1-5 at home.
No, the Mets. I'm not playing the Mets with Lugo and the possibility of Steven Matz pitching at -174. Not in this or
Can I ask what the Mets team total is?
4.5.
That I like.
It's a very weird game, Scott. The total. There has to be some value there on the overs because the total is 9.5, and the team total on the Mets is 4.5. Team total on the Marlins is 3.5. You're a run and a half short.
Yeah.
When adding up the team totals, I think there has to be some value there. Of course, you're seriously juiced to the over with -145 on playing the Mets over 4.5.
I still like it. Mets offense has actually been pretty decent lately.
I probably like the Marlins over 3.5 better at -115. It's a better price. I think both of those overs probably cash.
Yep, I agree.
Cleveland. Speaking of overs, Cleveland Indians and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cleveland's still having trouble scoring. It doesn't really matter. They certainly broke through yesterday.
Took them 5 innings to get through against Brault. I mean, they won 6-1 anyway. I said I like the team total. I like the Indians' first 5. It all won. I'm just acknowledging it took them the 5th inning before they scored against Brault.
Yeah, that was the one we said pretty much you play Indians.
That was a sweat-free win.
Every angle you could think of to play the Indians there would have been hard to go wrong.
Everything won.
Shane Bieber, baby, going against Trevor Williams for the Pirates. They've really adjusted the line on this one with Bieber going. It's -245 for the Indians.
It's about time they adjusted because
I know.
In the league.
I know. It was a bargain yesterday. We're paying through the nose today. I think we just go ahead and play the Cleveland Indians over 4.5 again.
What do you think the Pirates team total is?
2.5.
For the full game, it's 2.5.
Yep.
Oy.
Let me tell you something. We made a living playing the Marlins under 2.5 last year. At 2.5 is a scary number, but this is a terrible, terrible offense.
I know it is. Do we really?
Not as bad as the Marlins was last year, but
I know the Marlins offense is next level. I know Pittsburgh has some talent. Bell's been terrible, but he's still a very good player.
Mm-hmm.
Newman's also pretty good. Moran's pretty good. Trevor Williams has been good this year, but Indians keep scoring 6+ runs, and Pirates bullpen's still terrible. I got to take the 4.5.
Yeah, agreed. Even with the Indians struggling to score runs,
Williams goes 6 runs, they're screwed.
Trevor Williams hasn't been awful this season.
No, he's been fine, but he doesn't eat up a ton of innings, and I think that's a huge issue with this bullpen.
Terrible bullpen, and of course they got used a lot yesterday as well. So.
Yep.
All right, another game. Spoiler alert: I have absolutely no interest in. I
feel like I have no interest in most games the Brewers are involved in.
I got the Dodgers Mariners.
Oh, you're going with that one? That one's not great either. Dodgers team total over because – oh, wait, it's your boy because he got scratched, so you still like Kikuchi.
The Cooch. I don't like him again.
Props to the Mariners, though. They did win yesterday.
They did win yesterday. They hung on. The bullpen was able to take care of business. Kershaw having a pretty typical Kershaw season, 2.65 ERA, 0.8 WHIP. The Cooch is a 5.28, 1.3 WHIP.
But you think he's due, so we'll see what happens here.
He had one good start. He's been scratched. His last start was on the 7th, so he's been on the shelf for a minute. I'm assuming they had some sort of nicked up injury there.
I like the Dodgers team total over.
I think that's the only way you can play this.
Probably what, 5.5?
It is, but you're getting +100 on it. You're getting even money. So
Kikuchi can eat up innings? Probably not.
That's not really his thing. No.
You get him going 5 in Seattle's bullpen for 4.
Yeah, if the Dodgers is the visitors, I like playing the team total over there, thinking you're going to get at least 4 shots of that Seattle pen.
And the full game over could make sense if you think Kershaw might give up a bomb or two, which is definitely possible. But there is a chance Kershaw throws a gem, and then you're just praying for the Dodgers to score 9 on their own.
Yeah, that's why I want to take Seattle out of the equation as much as
I feel the same way.
All right. Then we'll talk about the Brewers-Twins game.
I never have interest in the Brewers, but I have to lean to Minnesota again. It's just a broken record at this point. I don't trust Milwaukee ever.
They did take care of business yesterday.
I like Woodruff. I know Barris had a pretty underwhelming year. But
Barrios is not good. 5.92 ERA, 1.6 WHIP, and it's certainly been a down game for him. He's given up 4 earned in his last 2 games, both to the Royals. So if you're giving up runs to the Royals, you need to take a kind of a serious look at where you are in life. Brandon Woodruff?
I like Woodruff a lot, though. I do like Woodruff a lot.
Best starter for the Milwaukee Brewers right now, you think?
He's the ace of the staff. That's not even close.
Hard to argue with that. So you're gonna get involved here, buddy? You're gonna play the Twins. Play the Twins as a small dog, -101.
I wouldn't really play anything, but we've talked about before how rare it is to get the Twins at home as a borderline underdog, and I can't say no to the Twins at home. It wouldn't surprise me to see Milwaukee win because Barrios has been so bad, but Twins at home, really? Like plus 100? It doesn't happen often. I got to take it.
I'd be tempted by the 8.5 there too. Play the over. Yeah. Oh man, this is a series that absolutely no one has been clamoring for. The Red Sox and the Orioles.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the next series that we're okay. Fair enough.
Where do I have?
No. You're going in order. Well, I was just saying. I thought you were referring on the intro that you were talking about a different series.
Oh no, it's Eovaldi and Wojciechowski.
The Red Sox finally won a game.
Yeah, thanks.
They finally did it. Break out the champagne. I like the Red Sox in this one.
Red Sox to win 2 straight.
It's a next level apocalyptic moment, and I know that the Red Sox probably shouldn't be -130 against anybody, but Baltimore's completely falling apart, and I like Eovaldi more than Wojciechowski, so I'll lean to Boston.
Both guys having a tough series. I want no involvement in this whatsoever. But this is the one I struggled with the most because you just have 2 terrible.
I wouldn't want to play it at all, but I like Eovaldi more than Wojciechowski. That's the main reason.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? I'm going to take the plot. I'm going to take the plus money. I'll take Baltimore. They're +118, small lean.
Is Baltimore in the middle of a losing streak? They are, right?
Baltimore has lost 4. Yeah,
they lost 4 in a row. Okay, I wasn't sure what the streak was, but yeah, they have not been good lately.
They've lost 4 and fallen back to 5.
I can't believe it. All the teams that are projected to be in last that were in first place have started losing streaks. Can you believe it? What are the odds? It's crazy.
Well, yeah, it's the Marlins and the Baltimore Orioles.
Marlins, Orioles, Tigers, Rockies.
Tigers. Yeah. They've luckily the Royals have been incredibly consistent and done exactly what we expected them to. So
they were good for about a week.
Yeah, they did have a nice week against Minnesota.
The Royals are what? They're like, what's the record now? The Royals?
The Royals?
What are they, like 5 games under? 6 games under?
I'm looking. Do they not play today? Oh, they're off today. Yeah, I want to say they're 6 games under, something in that.
Not that bad compared to how they started the season. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, true. They won. I think they lost 7 in a row. So
they're 5 games under. That's what I thought they were.
Even better.
I mean, before the Cubs series, what, they were like 2-8?
Yeah.
All right.
Then we got the Rangers and the Padres.
It was this series I thought you were talking about because I feel like they've been playing each other for 3 months straight.
I watched this game. This was my other premium pick. We had the Texas Rangers at +120, and they had
it was close until the final score.
It was. They had a 3-2 lead going into the bottom of the 10th, and Fernando Tatis just worked that relief pitcher for about 10 pitches. Finally got a walk from him.
He is so good.
He is. He did a great job of fouling off the pitches that were borderline, and he waited him out. He wasn't impatient. Didn't try to pull the ball.
And then of all people, Machado did something.
Yeah, he was down one. He was down the count 1-2, and he just couldn't put him away. ran the count to 3-2. Didn't want to walk him, obviously, with the bases full, and
Bomb the hell out of it.
he didn't. Good news. Just grooved it.
I feel like they've been playing for about 3 weeks straight. It's been a long time. Tatis owns that team. He might own the Rangers more than Trout owns any team in the AL East. He's actually just killed the Rangers this entire series.
Padres minus 177 behind Nelson Lamet here.
I gotta lean to San Diego.
Kyle Gibson.
I can't say the run line because they're at home, but I kind of like the run line. I'll take the first 5 run line.
Okay, all right.
Lamet's been really good.
Yeah, he has. He absolutely has. I'm not interested in laying 177 on the Padres at any point in my life, most likely.
Especially with the bullpen involved. So I don't know what the first 5 run line is, but that's where I'd go.
First 5 run line.
Like minus 120?
130.
Okay, it's fine. I go live with that.
That's a little more, because that's the great part is you don't have to stop batting in the 5th if you get a run up.
Yeah, you could argue about the 40 cents, whatever, but there is no bullpen, so I'm actually fine with that value.
Okay. Yeah, I would be more interested in playing that than I would be playing the full game. I'll tell you.
If I'm Texas, I just intentionally walk Tatis every time he's up, but, we'll see what happens there.
Well, yeah, not quite at that level yet. But.
No, I'm saying just Texas alone. And all the pitchers probably have had nightmares of him for the past week.
So badly.
He's killed them. It's not even close. He's just murdering them every time.
Cards at Reds, or Reds at Cards. Reds.
I think we got the doubleheader exactly right yesterday, right?
On the Reds Royals.
Both.
Yeah. Keller dominated.
I'm saying even the Cardinals won.
Oh yeah,
both the doubleheaders right.
Yeah. We should have just played the doubleheaders. Because Keller dominated. Keller was
great. Then Bauer was great, and then you had Flaherty, who was great, and then you had the Cubs, who won Game 2.
Hey, you know who wasn't great? Matt Harvey.
That's a shame.
Actually, he looked pretty good for the first 2 innings. He
looked fine early, and then
kept the ball down until he didn't.
Yeah, he gave it a good run for 2 innings, and I'm sure he'll make a mediocre middle reliever in a year or 2.
Sonny Gray going against Wainwright here. Wainwright actually has a little better numbers, although much smaller sample size. You think Cincinnati is worth laying minus 145 behind Sonny Gray?
I have mixed opinions about Sonny Gray because as a Yankee fan, he was not good with the Yankees, but he has been phenomenal ever since. He's been great. Gray's a phenomenal pitcher. Wainwright's home road splits last year were insane. He tends to be really good at home. If I really had to lean anywhere, I'd lean to the Cardinals and the under. But mostly, I just don't think the Reds should be minus 145.
I do like the under there, but for value, I'd
go first 5 under if I really had to pick.
Okay, well that's fair enough.
What's that at? Like 4 probably 4 dead even.
I don't know if you can get it at 4.5. Let's see.
I doubt you'll get Wainwright and Gray at 4.5.
No, it's gonna be 4. It's probably gonna be juiced to the over. Yeah. So you get plus 105 under 4.
That's fine with me.
Okay, I don't love it. I'd rather just play the Cardinals for value.
That's fair.
All right, Diamondbacks and the Oakland Athletics.
We got our boys pitching. Ace extraordinaire, Sean Manaea.
Sean Manaea is going. He's been dreadful against Young for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Another one of these surprising pitchers that had been.
Young's not bad.
He's been very good. He just made 1 start on the season, but he was.
I'm saying in his career, he's okay. He's serviceable.
Is there? Manaea's peripherals aren't that terrible, but man, his ERA is brutal. He just
what's his ERA?
7.65.
Yeah, his ERA is 7.65. His home ERA is 9.
Yeah, okay.
So he's even worse at home.
Yeah.
I know the A's won yesterday. I can't take Manaea. I'm gonna go with Arizona team total over.
I don't hate that. I think that's a fair play. 3.5 is the number there. Oh yeah.
Probably heavily juiced to the over, like minus 140.
Yeah, 133, minus 133. That's not dreadful.
I said 140, so that's right around ball. Yeah, 3. I'll take that. 3.5. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, minus 133. You gotta win that it's about 65% of the time. I think they do that. I think that's a legitimate number.
By the way, just a quick shout out to Oakland because we did the award special show a couple months ago. I said my sleeper MVP was Nelson Cruz, and my sleeper AL Cy Young was Liam Hendricks. And Hendricks has 8 saves and an ERA below 1.7. So he's not going to win. They're going to give it to Bieber or somebody, but props to Hendricks for actually being pretty good.
Yeah, well, you got what do you got? You got Bieber, you've got Lynn, Garrett Cole.
There's no way in hell Hendricks is winning. I'm just acknowledging I thought he'd have a really good year, and he blew the save in the opening day, and he's been unhittable ever since.
Yeah, been very good. I like the Diamondbacks over 3.5 there. I think that's a solid play.
Yep.
And here's another series absolutely no one is clamoring for. Angels at Giants. That's the last game on the board. That's your 9:45 start. Angels are starting Suarez against Gausman. First start for Suarez. Gausman is what he is. He's a number 5. He's a number 5 guy. Although is another guy.
He's actually been better than I thought he would be this season.
Yeah, it's another guy that has been victimized by the long ball a little bit.
Yeah.
He has an ERA of 4 point. Where did I just see that? A 4.57 and a whip of 106.
Yeah.
So that's kind of disjointed there for me.
I think Trout's going deep tonight.
Any price on that? Giants minus 113, Angels plus 103.
I don't like either pitcher, but I guess I'm leaning to the over. I guess
9.
It's not great for Oracle Park, but I guess.
Yeah.
I hate everything in that game, but I think Trout's going to hit a home run.
I'll be watching basketball at that point.
I'll probably be watching hockey because the Islanders game should be in the third period. Please win, Islanders. Please. Please don't make me sweat out another 3-0 potential choke job, please. Just get her done.
I don't even have a play on that game.
If I'm leaning anywhere, I guess I'm leaning to the Angels team total over because I like their offense.
I guess you have to,
Angels team total over is where I'll lean. That Giants bullpen's terrible.
Yeah,
Gausman is okay, but he gives up a lot of home runs.
Yeah,
I think Rendon could take him deep. I think Trout could take him deep. They got a lot of home run hitters, so I'll lean to the Angels team total over.
That's probably the play. 4.5 is the number there, and it's juiced to the over.
It's minus 120.
Minus 125. That's
okay, close. You get 9 bats, so yeah, I'll lean to the over.
Yeah, you get 9 bats. Exactly right.
Yep.
All right, buddy. There we go. That's a baseball show, and
are we doing UFC tomorrow, or what are we doing with that?
We got a UFC event on Saturday night. As
we can discuss that after we finish recording. But I'm assuming sure. we might have. Oh no, we'll let you know.
Okay, very good. Just keep an eye out for that. Make sure you got your notifications turned on because you never know when Scott and I are throwing a video up. Could be literally any time of the day or night.
Anytime.
All right, guys. Fun. Kind of an interesting card today. A lot of games we don't care about, but there are some games with really solid.
An interesting card. A lot of games we don't care about, but interesting card.
But I think there's a 3 or 4 games that are extremely actionable here on this card.
Yep, so I agree.
I'll give you a hint. One of them is a premium play today.
So. If I really had to lean to one play for value, I'd lean to Houston money line.
Fair enough. All right, bud. That's our baseball show. Scott and I will be back and do it again tomorrow. With at least our baseball show and our NBA show. Good possibilities we'll be doing the UFC as well. And, of course, don't forget to check out winnersandwhiners.com for deep dives into all of those sports every single day. And we will certainly keep an eye on everything and let you know. We'll be back to talk about how we did and how we're going to do. And, make sure you tune in for tomorrow. On the show today in sports betting for myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at Winners and Whiners. Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Good luck on all your plays, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.